YouTube channel Chosen by God. For those who do not know me, my name is Nisha Mays. You can find me on Instagram, The Chosen One, Nisha Mays, and you can find me on Facebook, just my name, Nisha Mays. I hope you all are doing well today. I hope you had a great day today. And today, I'm not really preaching a ceremony, but I just want to emphasize on faith. Just show you what faith really is. So you see all of this all on my table right now, because today's title is, did you know you had a mustard seed of faith as a child? Mustard seed, right? Ooh, that light just went out. But the thing is, sometimes we didn't know that we really had a little faith as a mustard seed. You're like, mustard seed? Yes, let's get into mustard seed. I hope you all can hear me. So Jesus said to them, because of your unbelief, for assuredly I say to you, if you have faith as a mustard seed, let me show you something. You see that? This is a mustard seed, but it's plenty of it. It's so many of it. But let me show you. He said, if you have faith as a mustard seed. See that? Can you see it? Mustard seed. You see how small that is? But he said, in the scripture, it said, if you have faith as a mustard seed, you will say to this mountain, move from here to there. And it will move. And nothing will be impossible for you. That's Matthew chapter 17, verse 20. James chapter 2, verse 17 say, this also, faith by itself, if it does not have works, is dead. Therefore, I tell you, whatever you ask for in prayer, believe that you have received it, and it will be yours. That's Mark chapter 11, 24. Hebrews chapter 11, verse 6 says, and without faith, it is impossible to please God. Because anyone who comes to him must believe that he exists and that he rewards those who earnestly seek him. Hebrews chapter 11, verse 6. So we want to talk about faith and how you had faith and how you had a mustard seed when you was a child, right? And it also say this is a scripture that everybody can really relate to. Faith is the substance of things hoped for, the evidence of things not seen. Hebrews chapter 11, verse 1. Faith is the substance of things hoped for, the evidence of things unseen, right? So when you was a child, let's get into it. When you was a child, and you probably went to school, right? I'm calling it playing the dirt again. You went to school, right? And you was young in elementary. I say in elementary. Do y'all remember when you had to make plants and flowers in school, in elementary school? It could have been for Mother's Day or any holiday to take to your parents, your grandparents, or whatever, whoever you choose to take. And you had to plant a plant in school. Do y'all remember that? I remember that. But when we was young in school, a lot of us didn't even know how to plant. We started to learn how that when we were in elementary school. But the ones that do and did know before elementary school or in elementary school, before your teachers taught you, good. That's good on you. But I'm talking about now. We're going all the way back to when we first started to plant our seeds, our mustard seeds, right? Okay. So this, I'm just giving an example, a demonstration for y'all so that you can see that you had faith even when you probably think you didn't. Okay, so in this one, right? This pot, nothing in it. Nothing in this pot, right? I keep saying pot, but yeah, it is. Plant pot. In this pot, nothing in it, right? So this way, when you went to school, your teacher either gave you a cup, they didn't give you no real pot, but it's okay, I got a little real pot. I got a little real pot right here, but your teacher probably gave you a cup, a bowl, anything to start trying to plant your seed, right? Yes, okay. But think about this. So when your teacher had to start telling you what and how to do in order to plant your plant, right? So you either had a cup, Right now I have a little bowl, right? Now the thing is, now you know how to do it, but you didn't know how to do it then. Your teacher had to be the one to come and help you and tell you how to get started into planting your seed, right? So this what we're gonna do. We're gonna do what we used to do in elementary school, okay? We're gonna do what used to do in elementary school. So what I'm gonna do? Okay. Yeah, I'm sorry. Okay. So what you did is I'm gonna do it like this, cause you just love playing a little bit. You get your little dirt. I'm just putting a little bit at the bottom, y'all. Just putting a little bit in there so I can put my seed in there. Put my seed in there because I want this seed to grow. I want this plant to grow. Hey. Then I put my little seed in there. I'm gonna put more than one. Okay. My seed in there. Put my mustard seed in there, right? You know how we used to be. We used to love playing in the dirt. We just love playing in the dirt, y'all. We just love playing in the dirt. So what you did was you put your dirt in there, you put your seed in there, right? Okay. Somebody had to tell you about doing this, right? Either your teacher or you knew before you started elementary school, somebody had to tell you about how to plant your seed. How to plant your seed. And they came back and remembered to me of this is how I learned how to plant my seed when I was young. It was your teacher, your parent, a friend, a relative that showed you how to plant your seed. So once you start putting your dirt in there and your seed in there, right? What you start doing? The teacher tell you, put a little water in there. You ready to do this part right here. You ready to put that little water in there. So you put your water in there, right? Just think about this for a second now. You had a teacher, a friend, a grandma, whoever, that showed you how to plant your seed. How to plant your plants in a bowl or in a plastic container or a cup, right? The same way a teacher or whoever had to show you how to plant your seed is the same way Jesus had to do his disciples. Jesus had to teach his disciples how to walk, how to talk, and be in the likeness of God. So when you were in school, your teacher had to show you, had to teach you, talk to you, and tell you how to plant your seed, right? So think about this. Now, y'all see me from the beginning. I put my seed in there, I put my dirt in there, and I gave it a little water. And it looked like this. So I'm going to bring it close to y'all so y'all can know nothing in there, right? Nothing in there. All right. So this is the first one. Nothing in there. Now what happened is, let me make sure y'all can see it a little bit so y'all can be able to see what's going on. Okay, so what happened is, when you were in school, you came back every day. When you came to that class, every day, looking. Every day. Oh, I don't see nothing yet. The teacher used to tell you it might take 7 days to, they gave you that fast plant little seed that sprout up quickly. So you came to school every day looking in the pot, trying to wait till that little green plant or anything just to pop up. You looking at it. You come first day, you don't see nothing. You come the second day, you don't see nothing. And you might even come the third day and you don't see nothing. So what you do is, it started to get dry. It started to get dry. Come on now, it started to get dry. So what the teacher tell you to do, go over there and put some more water in it. Okay, there you go. You start putting some more water in it. Because how your seed can't grow or your faith can't grow without the increase, without God giving the increase. Okay, so then we put this to the side. God ain't nothing in it yet. So after a few moments, a few days, maybe a few weeks pass, you still coming to the room of the teacher, you happy, you ready. You ready to get that plant to your mama. You ready to get that plant to your grandma. So you still licking. Every day you coming to wherever your name is on there, you coming licking. Next thing you know, what happened? You might not even think you praying about it. But you're so excited about it. The next day, even if you go home, you forget about it. But the next day you come to school, you ready to go and see that plant to see if you got any little thing popping up out that plant. So, how about a whole week come by, right? And then what you start to see. you start seeing stuff popping out the pot, right? So you get so excited about seeing the plant popping out as a child, not really realize that you've been having faith all along. It wasn't the other student that was looking at your pot. It was you looking at your pot every day, seeing that you was waiting on your pot and your plant to grow. The thing what I'm trying to tell you is you had faith as a child, but you really didn't know it. But you had faith as a mustard seed, right? So you had one pot with nothing in there. And every time you were going home and you coming back to that same class, you start thinking about, I'm gonna go check my plant and see if something on sprout up in my plant. So after about a week or something, you start getting a little of this. That's what that mustard seed done did. That mustard seed, it don't grow by your faith, by you watering. So after that, I said for about, 4 weeks, a month, you keep watering. Here we go, let's water it. You keep watering. Oh, I'm waiting for it to grow. Aren't you ready to see this? I'm ready to see how big it gonna get. That's what you saying in school as a child. You waiting every day to come in to see this plant. And some days it sprout up and some days it look the same. That's just like how your faith is. You can have mustard seed of a faith, but it has to be expanded. You have to exercise your faith day by day by day. Some day you might have big faith, and some day you might have small faith. So then after a month, we never had it. We never had no plant in school for a whole month, right? We never had no plant in school for a whole month. Well, I didn't. I don't know about anybody else. But I ain't never kept my little bowl for a whole month. By that time, we were ready to take our plant home in about 2 weeks. But I said about a whole month. If you keep on coming to that plant, want that plant to grow, and you ready to see that plant, and you watering this plant, you even playing with, you put your hand in it. You don't care about getting it dirty. You don't care about getting your hand dirty because you really want to see your plant grow. That's how your faith need to be. You should want to see your faith grow. And what happened is, I said about a month of that mustard seed that you already had when you was a child. Got my hand dirty, but I'm making a mess. But as a mustard seed, this what happens. Your faith starts to grow more and more and more while God give the increase. So this is what you had at first. You had this, nothing in it. That as you keep coming to class every day, looking in it. Now I want this seed to grow. I want to see something. That's your small little prayer as a kid. You don't even realize that you really praying over what you want. You really want your plant to grow so bad that you come and you looking at it, talking to it. Even if you don't speak it out loud, you might be saying it in your head. Then what happens? The little plant, it just starts sprouting up as you was a kid. But then, once you get older, you're not looking at these little plants no more. Because life hit. All kind of curveballs going around. But if you remember when you had no faith, until you had got a little mustard seed of faith, and it starts sprouting up. As a child, we had faith, y'all. We had faith as a child. And when you get older, your faith can really blossom. Your teacher in school had to show you. When you were in school, had to show you. Had to plant that seed of faith. Something that you thought you never had. We got a mustard seed of faith. Remember that. And when you water it, God give the increase. Think about it. A plant can't grow without the sun. Who gives it? Who gives it? I'll wait. God. A flower and a plant can't grow. Just the way I say, without faith is dead without the works. So you have to put the works in. That's what I just showed you. At first, I just put the seed in there with the dirt, and I put a water in there. Then I started to work it. Put the works in there, coming every day, putting a little water in there, looking at it, saying things to it. And then all of a sudden, you get a little flower. So I just want to remind y'all what faith really is. And all you need is this much of faith as a mustard seed. I got a picture right here, but I'm trying to show you how small. Because when you was a child, when you were thinking about these plants, you were small in faith. Your faith was so small. It was so small. And you think only the water and the sun did it. But you come and looking at it every day. You come saying something to it every day. You put your hand in it, picking at it every day, ready for it to grow. That was also your faith. That was also your faith. And in today's time, we're going to have to use faith. Because without faith, we can't please God. Without faith, we can't please God. And I just wanted to come and show y'all this demonstration about what faith is and how we really had faith as a child. And it was small faith, but it was still a mustard seed. I know I got my little hat on like I'm really finna go, you know what I'm saying? But nah. I just wanted to show y'all about how faith is and what faith really does and how you can go from no faith to little faith to big faith. All I can say is repent, pray, trust, and believe. Until next time, share. You never know. You never know who needs to hear about this. A lot of people be going through it and they don't even know how to master their faith. I had to learn how to master my faith. Before I get out of this, I had to make it short and quick. I had to learn how to master my faith. And sometimes God will put you in a position that if you're a child of His, you better learn how to master your faith. You better learn how to walk by faith and not by sight. Not by what you see. It's hard. It's hard. It's easy said than done. But God had placed me in a position that I ain't had nothing but to rely on but faith. In the time of what's going on around here, you're going to need a lot of faith. You're going to need a lot of faith. Because you're trying to go by what you see and what you hear all the time. You're going to need some faith. Some real faith. That more going to have to come up from Him. That faith, it's going to have to grow. It's going to have to grow. Just like these plants. Just like these plants. But again, thank you for joining me. I hope you all was able to hear me on my video. And like I said again, repent, pray, trust, and believe, and share. And another thing, you can also watch my videos on YouTube, Chosen One, and you can watch me on Facebook, Nisha Mays, and Instagram, The Chosen One, Nisha Mays. Y'all have a good